Hi students, so in this video we are going to discuss some more numericals based on trigonometric functions. Already in the previous videos we have discussed some numericals, so this is only the continuation of those. So we have a problem like alpha belongs to fourth quadrant, sin alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2 is minus 1 by 2. Sin 2 alpha is what we have to find. So when we consider squaring on both sides for this equation, we will directly find sin alpha, and once we get sin alpha value, it is easy to find sin 2 alpha using multiple submultiple formulas. Okay, so first take this equation, squaring on both sides. So squaring on both sides of the given equation, sin alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2 whole square, that means sin square alpha by 2 plus cos square alpha by 2 plus 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 whole square means 1 by 4. Now sin square alpha by 2 plus cos square alpha by 2 is 1. This is identity. So this is 1 plus 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 sin alpha. This is the multiple submultiple formula of sin alpha. So 1 plus sin alpha is equal to 1 by 4. So therefore we will get sin alpha as 1 by 4 minus 1. That means sin alpha is minus 3 by 4. And it is given that alpha lies in fourth quadrant. So alpha is in fourth quadrant. Using sin alpha, let us calculate cos alpha also. So when we get cos alpha also, it is easy to find sin 2 alpha directly using the formula. So we can find cos alpha directly using identity, or we can take a right angle triangle, anything is okay. So if you take a right angle triangle, for example, with alpha as one of the angles, sin alpha, opposite 3, hypotenuse 4. So you know that minus we will not take in the sides of right angle triangle. So using Pythagoras theorem, this adjacent will be under root 16 minus 9. That means root 7. So alpha is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos alpha will be definitely positive. So therefore, cos alpha is positive because alpha is in fourth quadrant. And from figure, what is cos alpha? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay. So we have to find sin 2 alpha. So hence sin 2 alpha can be written as 2 sin alpha cos alpha. That means 2. What is sin alpha? Minus 3 by 4 into cos alpha root 7 by 4. Okay. So on simplification, you can cancel 2 2's are here. So on simplification, you will get minus 3 root 7 by 8. So this is the value of sin 2 alpha which is required. Okay, so let us move on to the next question now. Okay, so this is the second question we have on board. 0 less than, a less than, b less than pi. That means a and b both are between 0 and pi. And specifically a is less than b. Okay, so two equations are given. We have to find angle A. Angle A value is required. So to solve the given equations directly, we can consider squaring and adding. So when we consider squaring and adding, sin square A plus cos square A will get the identities like sin square B plus cos square B. The identities can be used. So let us consider squaring and adding these two equations. So if you consider squaring the first equation, I will write directly. So squaring on both sides for first equation, we will get sine square A plus sine square B plus 2 sine A sine B is equal to 3 by 2. Squaring and adding the second equation. So squaring on both sides. For second equation we will get like this is equal to 1 by 2. Now add these two. So adding these two, sin square A plus cos square A is 1. Sin square B plus cos square B is 1. In this take 2 common. So 2 common, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is cos of A minus B. Okay, 2 common, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is cos of A minus B. 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 means 4 by 2, that is 2. Now clearly both sides 1 plus 1 2 and 2 cancel. Cancel means 2 taken to that side, 2 minus 2 0 you will get actually. So therefore this is 2 cos of A minus B is equal to 0. So if you divide by 2, cos of A minus B is equal to 0 we will get. So cos of A minus B is 0 means this A minus B can be taken as pi by 2. But A is less than B is given here. So A is less than B means what? A is less than B means A minus B must be negative is the meaning of that. Okay, B is taken to this side. A minus B will be less than 0 means A minus B is negative. A minus B pi by 2 can you take? No, because A minus B is negative. You cannot take A minus B as pi by 2. You can take minus pi by 2. That is okay. Okay. Or, so if you take minus common in this, you can write like this. Cos of B minus A is equal to 0. This is okay. Correct only. Because cos of minus theta is cos theta only. We are taking minus common in this. Cos of minus theta is cos theta only, no problem. B minus A pi by 2 you can take. Cos function is 0 for which angle? Pi by 2 only, no? So B minus A pi by 2 is okay. Because A minus B is less than 0. So if you multiply with minus, what we will get? If you multiply with y minus B minus A, multiplying with minus, inequality changes. So B minus A positive you will get. That is obvious. A minus B is negative. Multiplying the negative quantity with minus, automatically you will get positive quantity only, no? So A minus B is negative, B minus A is positive. B minus A you can take as pi by 2 because B minus A is positive, it is okay. But A minus B pi by 2 you cannot take. Okay. So here we will get B minus A is equal to pi by 2. That means B is equal to pi by 2 plus A. So we got a relation like this. So we have to find angle A. We will substitute this in both equations such that we get equations completely in terms of angle A. So solving, obviously we can find angle A. So we are eliminating B now, meaning of that. So substitute this in both the given equations now. So when you substitute, here you get sine of pi by 2 plus A and here you get cos of pi by 2 plus A. Okay, so what is sine of pi by 2 plus A? I will write here. Sine of pi by 2 plus A means sine of 90 plus A. 90 plus A, second quadrant. Second quadrant sine function is positive only. And for 90 sine changes to cos. And what is cos of pi by 2 plus A? Second quadrant cos is negative. Minus 90 plus, for 90 cos changes to sine. Okay, now see the given equations. I will continue from here. So see the first equation. Substitute pi by 2 plus A in place of B. So see the first equation. Sin A plus this is sine of pi by 2 plus A. What is sine of pi by 2 plus a? Cos a. So first equation will be like this. So root 3 by root 2 I am separating. Square root I am separating for numerator denominator. See the second equation, cos a plus cos b. What is b? Pi by 2 plus a. So cos of pi by 2 plus a, that means minus sin a. Okay, is equal to 1 by root 2. You need angle a. Okay, you need angle a. Therefore, just add these two. Adding what we get? Sin a minus sin a cancel. 2 cos a is equal to root 3 plus 1 by root 2. Okay. So cos a is equal to root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2 is obtained for which angle in cos function? This is obtained for cos 15. So what is angle A? Angle A is equal to 15 degrees or pi by 12 radians. 15 degrees or pi by 12 radians. This is the value of angle A. Okay. We just solved the given equations, that's all. Squaring and adding we did. So we got the relation between A and B. Next we eliminated B from these two equations. Solving, we got angle A. Okay, so let us move to the next question now. Okay, so next problem we have on board now. Sin beta is the geometric mean of sin alpha and cos alpha. So what happens when B is the geometric mean of A comma C? What is the formula? When B is geometric mean of A comma C, B square is equal to AC. Or when B is geometric mean of A comma C, A, B, C must be in GP. That is the condition. B is the geometric mean of AC means B inserted between A comma C must form a GP. When these are in GP, B square is equal to AC is the condition, of course. So this is the condition we have to use here. Sin beta is the geometric mean of sin alpha cos alpha. So sin square beta is equal to sin alpha cos alpha. Now in order to get the standard formula, if we have 2 sin alpha cos alpha here, we get sin 2 alpha. So let us multiply with 2 on both sides. So multiplying with 2 on both sides, 2 sin square beta is equal to 2 sin alpha cos alpha we will get. Now what is 2 sin square beta? Multiple submultiple formula. 2 sin square beta is 1 minus cos 2 beta. 2 sin alpha cos alpha I am writing as it is at present, because I want to use it in a different manner. So what is cos 2 beta now? Cos 2 beta is 1 minus 2 sin alpha cos alpha. Now can we write this as sin alpha minus cos alpha whole square? Can we write like this? Just observe. So can we write like this? Definitely. Why? Because this 1 can be replaced with sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. In place of 1, if you write sin square alpha plus cos square alpha minus 2 sin alpha cos alpha is just a square plus b square minus 2ab model. So sin square alpha plus cos square alpha minus 2 sin alpha cos alpha can be written like this. Now whenever we have sin alpha minus cos alpha, which is in the model of a sin x plus b cos x model, whenever we have a sin x plus b cos x model, we divide by under root a square plus b square for simplification or solving. We have a sin x plus b cos x model here. in place of a means before sine alpha coefficient, nothing is there, no, 1. And cos coefficient minus 1. So b is minus 1, a is 1. Under root a square plus b square becomes root 2 here. So we are going to divide with root 2 for further solving. Okay, a is 1, b is minus 1. Under root a square plus b square will be root 2 here. So dividing by root 2 is the process we have to do. Dividing means just dividing we won't do. Divide and multiply we will do, or both sides dividing we will do. Anyone. Okay. So I'll rub this now. So we can write this as, just see carefully, divide with root 2, divide with root 2, and of course multiply also we have to do because value must not change. So multiply and divide with root 2. Now in place of 1 by root 2 here, we can use sin 45, cos 45, anything. So using sin 45, cos 45 differently in these places, we will get different compound angle formulas. For example, if I write this as first 1 by root 2 cos pi by 4 and second 1 by root 2 sin pi by 4, I can write like this. So this is one model. Or first 1 by root 2 sin pi by 4 and in place of second 1 by root 2 cos pi by 4. You can also write like this. So two different models we have. So if we are writing in this process, this is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B model. Sin A, this is A, minus cos B, this is B. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, sin of A minus B. Here, this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B model. You can take reverse also because whole square is there. Even if you take reverse also, nothing will happen. Whole square is there. That is taking minus common you can do. Square is there, no problem. So cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, cos of A plus B. So two different models, both I will write now. So in the first model, root 2 whole square and sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So you will get sin of A minus B. Sin of A minus B. Square is there, no? So sin square I am writing. Or if you come to this model, root 2 whole square is 2. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos of A plus B. So you can write alpha plus pi by 4 or pi by 4 plus alpha, both are same only. And since you have whole square, I am writing square here. So two different models we will get, either this model or this model. We can actually write the expression as. So this is the conclusion of cos 2 beta value. Okay, so let us go to next problem. Okay, so the next question we have on board. 0 less than x less than pi. So x lies between 0 and pi means first and second quadrants. Cos x plus sin x 1 by 2 given, tan x we need. So we can solve the problems in two different methods actually. So I will discuss the first method and the second method also. The process I will explain. So first method, I will consider this equation and do squaring on both sides. So from this equation, squaring on both sides. So cos x plus sin x whole square, that is cos square x plus sin square x plus 2 cos x sin x is equal to 1 by 4. What we are doing? Squaring on both sides. So cos x plus sin x whole square is this one. 1 by 2 whole square is 1 by 4. So now cos square x plus sin square x is 1. This is 1. 2 sin x cos x means sin 2x is equal to 1 by 4. We want tan x, keep that in mind. Tan x we want. Therefore, I am writing sin 2x formula in terms of tan. Because simple, because we want tan x, I am writing sin 2x formula in terms of tan. So take this 1 to RHS. Sin 2x formula in terms of tan. 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. So this is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1. What is 1 by 4 minus 1? Minus 3 by 4. Okay, directly I will write here. Minus 3 by 4. Now cross multiply and simplify. Cross multiplication I am doing now. So 4 into 2 tan x means 8 tan x. Minus 3 into this denominator part. So minus 3 tan square x. Write all terms to LHS side. All the terms let us shift to LHS side. So then we will get, this is shifted to LHS means 3 tan square x plus 8 tan x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation in terms of tan x. So quadratic equation, to find the roots we have directly formula. So we will use formula of quadratic equation to find the roots. And the equation is in terms of tan x, and tan x only we need. So if we find the roots of this, automatically tan x value we will get. Okay, so let us find the roots of this equation. So roots, the equation is in terms of tan x. So roots means tan x values only we will get. So what is the formula of roots? Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Formula I wrote first. Okay, this is a 3, b is 8, c is also 3. So minus b means minus 8 plus or minus under root b square means 8 square minus 4 into a is 3, c is also 3. Okay, by 2 into a means 3. So simplifying, minus 8 plus or minus, this is 64 minus 36. So 64 minus 36 means we will get root 28. Now what is root 28? Root 28 means 4 into 7. Okay, under root 4 into 7 means 2 root 7. Okay, so I will continue here. So what I am getting now? Minus 8 plus or minus root 28 means 2 root 7 by 2 into 3. So in the numerator we can take 2 common and we can cancel with denominator 2. So take 2 common in numerator, cancel with denominator 2. What we will get? Minus 1 minus 4 plus or minus root 7 by 3. So take 2 common here, cancel with this 2. Okay. So what is this actually? Tan x values only. Finding the roots of this equation means tan x values only we will get roots means. And tan x itself is required. So we got the value. So therefore minus 4 plus root 7 by 3. This is one value. Or minus 4 minus root 7 by 3. So two values we will get like this. Of course, x is between 0 to pi means x can be in first quadrant or second quadrant from given information. So therefore tan x can be positive or negative, both are possible. Because in first quadrant tan x is positive, in second quadrant tan x is negative, both positive negative both are possible. So here tan x is negative here, it is possible. Here if we check, root 7 means this is less than 3. So this is also negative only you will get. So of course both are negative, and from given information tan x negative is absolutely okay, no problem. So based on the options you will decide the value. So of course when in a competitive examination options they will be giving anyhow. So based on the options you select any value. So this is the process, that is the first method which I am discussing. Second method. In second method, write cos x as 1 minus tan square x by 2 by 1 plus tan square x by 2. Write sin x as 2 tan x by 2 by 1 plus tan square x by 2. That is, we will write both the formulas in terms of tan x by 2. We will simplify. So like this we will get a quadratic equation, but we will get the equation in terms of tan x by 2. Okay, so when you write formulas in terms of tan x by 2 on simplification, tan x by 2 you will get. After getting tan x by 2, you have to find tan x. How? After getting tan x by 2, you have to find tan x. This is the question. How you will do? Simple. We have tan x is equal to 2 tan x by 2 by 1 minus tan square x by 2. This is the formula. So in second method, you will write formula of cos x and sin x in terms of tan x by 2. You simplify, you find tan x by 2. Same process, you will get equation. You will find tan x by 2. After finding tan x by 2, using this formula, you will find tan x. But according to me, this method which I explained is better than the second method. Okay. So this is the next question we have on board. F of 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x is given like this. So our main aim is we have to express the RHS also in terms of this expression. So when we express actually the RHS in terms of this, then we can find f of x. And once we get f of x, obviously f of 1 we can easily get. So our purpose is to express RHS in terms of this. Okay, we will try now. So what is 1 plus cos 2x? 1 plus cos 2x, 2 cos square x. Now come to this. Secant square x can be written as 1 plus tan square x identity. Secant square x is 1 plus tan square x plus tan x we have written as it is by 2. So this 2 I can cancel. Now this cos square x can be written as 1 by secant square x because secant is reciprocal of cos. So cos square x can be written as 1 by secant square x. So 1 plus tan square x plus tan x I am keeping as it is by this cos square x I am writing as 1 by secant square x. Now secant square x is 1 plus tan square x identity already we have used here. The same I will use again. So 1 plus tan square x plus tan x by secant square x is 1 plus tan square x. Now I will separate this 1 plus tan square x part. So 1 plus tan square x part is separated. 1 plus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x plus tan x by 1 plus tan square x. So I am separating the two terms like this. Okay. So there is a small correction. This is 2 tan x actually. So 2 tan x this is actually right. So 1 plus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x means of course this is 1. Plus 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x I am writing as it is. Okay, so this is the value of f of 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. So we got RHS in terms of 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. Now do a simple thing. You replace this complete part with x, for example. This complete part is replaced with x. Then what we will get? Okay, I will write here. F of, replace this with x. F of x is equal to 1 plus x. So this is the basic function. 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x is taken as x. So this is equal to 1 plus x you will get. That is the function. And f of 1 we require. How to find f of 1? F of 1 means simply replace x with 1. That's all. In place of x write 1. In place of x write 1. So 1 plus 1. 2 is the answer. Finish. So this is the value of f of 1. Okay. So I'll come up with more numericals in the coming videos. Thank you for watching.